Hi, I'm Steven, and I'm going to be using Existential Therapy today to counsel Kevin, a 32-year-old male inmate who's been in prison for 5 years and is about to be released. We'll be discussing his concerns with release, including anxiety of going back to his young wife and son, as well as his time spent in prison.
Hello, my name is Kevin Ogletree. Just finishing up a 5-year stint in prison. Going to be released to my family and my son in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This is like my see you later prison. But today we're going to discuss, I hope to discuss some of the anxiety and some, feelings of uncertainty leaving prison.
Alright, Kevin, what brings you to my office today?
Well, Dr. Steven, I'm getting released from prison. It's been a long time, 5 years, and I just trying to. What do I do? I got to get ready to start a new life.
And that's why you came here. What are your feelings on that?
I'm just nervous, wondering like who am I really? My family, they merely probably don't even know me. They just know me through glass for last couple years, and just things of that nature. Wondering how that will play out.
It seems like you're very anxious about getting reintegrated into society.
Anxious, that's a good word. Anxious, excited, scared. I talk to guys in here, they're like, "You're getting out, man." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm getting out." Mm-hmm. And I feel bad for them, and it's just a whole mix of feelings,
Yeah. And what this getting out you keep talking about, what does that mean to you?
Being free, I guess, sleep in my own bed. A bed, well, who knows if my wife has a bed for us, but just getting out, meaning just having that sense of, freedom.
Absolutely, absolutely, and you value freedom very much.
Oh, hell, 2 years ago I probably didn't value freedom, or 5 years ago whenever the whole shebang went down.
Yeah.
But now, do I ever value freedom?
Mm-hmm.
It's unbelievable that people are even in here because they disvalued their freedom.
Yeah, absolutely. Can we talk a little more about your concerns for when you're released?
Oh yeah, sure. Well, my biggest concern is I think my son, because I'm pretty sure he's around 6 right now, I believe. And I've been in here for 5 years, so last time I actually seen or interacted with him was whenever he was like less than a year old. And I'm kind of concerned if he's going to embrace me as a father, and I haven't really done anything for him as a father for 6 years, and that scares me, that depresses me a little.
It seems like you really value family.
I value family so much that I still, I will be released to them, whereas some people, their baby mamas and kids might split.
Yeah.
So I think, I really love them and respect them. And I just hope that they still respect me, coming out of this.
Yeah. Yeah, and is respect another big concern of yours then?
Oh yeah, they respect me in here. They respect me through the corridor. They respect me in the prison, and that has to transition somehow. I think that's got to transition somehow to have the level of respect you have in here with all males, but then being released into society where no one knows me.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems like you're a little worried about the respect that the rest of society is going to give you as having the stigma of being a ex-con, if you will.
Yeah, because in here, it's funny, it's like in here, you know, the more badass you are, the more respect you get, you know. But that doesn't, you know, that probably doesn't mean the same thing on the outside. Respect, two different entities here and out there, I think.
Absolutely.
And, you know, I feel like people, instead of, in here it's like, oh yeah, what are you in for? Yeah, you're a con, you're all this. But then out there it's like, buddy, we don't, you know, I don't think you qualify for anything more than just by looking at you.
Yeah, it sounds to me, and correct me if I'm wrong, Kevin, that you seem like you really didn't get as much from prison as you would have hoped.
Yeah, I've had time to think, and I think I've thought I think I've thought so much that it's like I haven't been thinking. But now, since, you know, I'm getting ready to release, it's like now I'm starting to think again.
Yeah, it's upon you, it's near, it's something tangible that you can almost grasp.
Yeah, I can almost grasp it, but I'm scared though. Like, I gotta, you know, what about a job? What have I done? You know, I need to provide for a family. I'm going to be asked to provide for a family.
Yeah, I could very much see how that would be a challenge for somebody about to be released from prison. But it sounds like your family has great meaning to you, and they're still going to be there for you.
Oh yeah, and I couldn't be luckier in that aspect. I just, you know, that guilt, you know, that guilt of not being there, and I feel like my life has been meaningless for 5 years.
Yeah. Let me ask you, what did you think about therapy? What did you think about family before you came to therapy and before you went to prison?
You know, you liked it because it was there.
Yeah.
It was there, so it was kind of like I guess a given. You never think you lose your family until you lose your family. Mm-hmm. I guess they haven't been completely lost, but I did lose that time, and I wonder if I can, you know, be able to make up that time to them somehow.
Okay. It seems like you've really learned to value family more from being incarcerated than from when you were actually with them.
Strangely enough, right? I only wish it could have been maybe a year or a couple months to make me realize that, and not 5. But yeah, prison, it's done something for me. You know, I really, you know, I don't know how many people say what their attitudes are upon leaving, but I know that prison's really taught me a lot about family and care, and you have to have a certain level of self-care too. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you have to take care of yourself in here. So I know at least that will transition. You know, these were just all. This is just basic needs in here.
And tell me more about this meaning you were talking about earlier. This meaning that you didn't seem to find for the past 5 years. Maybe like a sense of being lost, or a sense of losing part of your life.
Well, yeah. I mean, you know, you get in here and no one knows you in here. You know what I mean? So you're constantly talking to yourself, and it's like, you know, you look and you look and you look for so much, and it's like, what am I looking for? There's nothing to find. I haven't been to anything in here. But, you know, upon being released now I'm starting to, you look back on things and how am I different from last year? How I was different from the previous year. And prison really, does something to you like that. It's like you're ever changing in here.
And do you like the way you've changed?
I mean, I think I like who I am now compared to who I was out on the street and robbing people and making flips and this guy, stuff like that and drugs and I don't. You have no choice but to stop that when you go into prison.
Of course.
And hopefully I think I've come accustomed to that, and I think that's how I've changed. That I no longer need that stuff.
Okay. And you mentioned earlier that you found a great deal of respect in prison. Did you have that beforehand?
With a couple, the brothers or whatever. We had some. I think they respected me. They probably also respect me because I took the blunt of the prison sentencing and all that too. So I wonder if I'll ever run into them fools again. But yeah, the respect. I think my respect might be like diminishing though as I'm leaving here and as I'm moving through life.
Okay. Yet that's been a strong value for you, would you say?
Yeah, definitely respect being in charge, and I think that's what scares me the most is because, I'm gonna come out and I want to provide for my family, and I want to be like, the breadwinner, the man of the house.
Yeah.
And it takes some time, perhaps, to get to there.
Yeah, you're worried it's going to be difficult to attain that same amount of respect.
Yeah, and it could be really disheartening to know that, if that's gone, it's like I got to start over. To achieve new respect, if we will.
Mm-hmm.
Respect from my family, my peers, my job. That's another thing. We gotta talk about getting a job. You gotta help me get a job once I get out of here. Something. Put in a word for me.
I'll see what I can do for you, Kevin.
But yeah, but just talking to you right now, I'm less more at ease. See myself.
Good. It seems like you've even though you said yourself was ever changing in prison, that you've really found the meaning in your life in that you require people's respect and you really love your family more so than even when you were with them.